Now, after successfully creating our first table containing the tagline over here, and another thing we have to notice here that when we look into our template, I think this content they should be aligned at the central position at the middle of this table, not by the left or not by the right. So all we need to do is to specify here the alignment such as center. Now if you press Ctrl S, go to this web page and reload, now you will see that Ramayana, mythology or history, this is now at the central alignment of the table, not in the extreme left or in the extreme right. So after that, if we look into our template, now we will be creating this gap here that we have assumed so far as a 10 pix gap. So all we need to do now is to produce this particular gap. So we will be needing another table over here, right over here. So I'll be creating another table. Let's copy this whole table part over here. Just press copy and press paste. Select paste over here. Now as it is, no tagline is needed over here. The purpose of this table is to produce that particular gap. So we don't need this tagline, neither we need this alignment of the table. All we need here is just to specify a particular height, a height of 10 pix again, and a BG color, a separate BG color that we may choose from our background over here. Let's assume that we have chosen this background. So we are copying this code, come back over here, and we paste it over here. And all we need to do is to just press Ctrl S, or you may go to File and select this Save option right over here. Now if you just come back to your page and reload, and you see that another 10 pix table has been created just below this Ramayana, mythology or history. So there are at a total of 4 tables have actually been produced right over here. As we can see now, the mother wrapper table, which is the red one, the first table, which is a yellow one, the second table, which is actually containing your tagline over here, Ramayana, mythology or history, and the fourth table, which is the sepia over here, which is actually providing the particular gap or margin from the top of the content. Now you may ask to me that no such mother wrapper is being observed over here. This is because of the fact that you have provided, all of them you have provided, the width of the tables here provided as 600 pix, and this is the bottommost table that actually been suppressed by the other tables over here. So all you need to do, if you want to just watch that this table is actually present over here, so all you need to do is to just change this 600 pix of this mother wrapper table. Press Ctrl S, come back to your internet browser, reload, and you see that the mother wrapper table is now being observed over here, which is actually red in color. You have provided the red BG color, and that is why it is executing the red BG color, and all of them are in place. All of them are actually coming under this table, this mother table so far you have created outside of the content of your web page. So we don't need to extend this width of this mother table. That is why I am just turning reverting it back to its previous value, which is 600 pix, pressing Ctrl S. The next thing is to produce this menu tab. Now this is a very vital or crucial factor, that, as I have said previously, that this will be actually a 1:7 table. That means there will be a single row and there will be 7 individual columns. So the column division, those should be coming as it appears over here. Now this is the first gap, then you have to provide these 5 menu tabs over here, and then you have to provide another equal gap over here. The width of the column should be equal to this column, as you wanted to have an even gap from both the ends of this table. Now here comes the matter of calculation. As you have provided, no, so far you haven't provided any such kind of table over here. So first of all, just create that table. As I have told you earlier, sorry, just copy this code, come back over here and paste it over here. Now change the BG color. Suppose I am changing it to this one. Or say this one. I am copying this code and I am getting back to Atom, and then all I am doing here is just selecting this part and pasting it over here. No border, no cell spacing, no cell padding, just width 600, height 10 pixels, and then comes the row, and then comes the matter of columns. As I have told you that there will be 7 columns as a whole over here, and this is only the first column. So all we need to do here is to create 6 more columns over here like this. Now over here all we need to do is to provide the proper gappings. As we have seen that this is the width of 600 pixels. So what I am doing over here, that the first and last column of this table, they should be of a width of 50 pixels. They should be having a width of 50 pixels. This is the first column, and this is, just copy it over here, and this is the last column. Press Ctrl V. Now you have consumed 50 plus 50 pixels over here, that means 100 pixels as a total, and this is a total width of 600 pixels over here. So the remaining 5 of the tables, they should be having 100 pixels of width each. Now if you just calculate the total width of these individual cells, then you will be realizing that the total width of these individual cells equals to the total width of this table. That means the 600 pixels. Here are 5 tables, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of them are 100% each, so 5 into 100 equals to 500 pixels, and the last of these 2 columns, they are actually of a width of 50 pixels. So this is 50 pixels and this is 50 pixels, that means 100 pixels. So 500 plus 100 equals to 600 pixels. So now you have understood that the calculation, what is the calculation over here. If you make any kind of mistake over here about the calculation part, and if you exceed this, the total width 600 pixels only by 1 pixel, even if only by 1 pixel, then all of your table alignment or table orientation would have been disrupted, and the table would have executed in a false manner, in a disrupted condition. Everything would have been scattered or massacred. So all you need to do is to make this calculation over here a very clear one. Now you provide what were the menu tabs: about us, legends, hypothesis, contact us. About us. So now if you press Ctrl S, or if you go to file and select save, come back to your browser and reload, and you will see that this table, so now you will see that this table has now come into an action, and every other menu tabs or menu links, they are appearing as it should be. Now if you want to provide so that this table contents, they should be aligned centrally, then all you need to do is to provide this align center option over here. So now if you just press Ctrl S and reload, and you see that now these contents, they are actually aligned in the central position. So in this template already you have, so far you have created the, up to this part so far. Now the rest of the contents, all you have to do is to provide. Now here another thing, it actually shows a little bit of bigger over here, and now it is actually showing over here a little bit of shorter. So if you want to make it a little bit more spacious, it is leaving a little bit of more spaces from the top or from the bottom, then all you need to do here is to go back to your table, and here actually this is the main cause of it. You have already provided a height over here, so just delete this height. So all you need to do is to provide a certain height over here, like I am providing over here as 30 pixels. Now if you load and you see that the height of this table, it is now increased. It is now executing a total height of 30 pixels, and all these contents, they are now getting a little bit of more spacious, and they are leaving a much more gap from the top or from the bottom. Now let's take care of this individual table over here. We have assumed that this gap should be a total height of 30 pixels. So all you need to do is to provide another table, is to create another table over here with a total height of 30 pixels. So all I'm doing here, I'm just copying this. So this is the table, and we needed to provide a total height of 30 pixels as we wanted to make this gap of a value of 30 pixels over here. Press Ctrl S, go to File, Save, come back to your web page and reload, and you see that there's nothing. A 30 pixel gap has been imposed over here. Now let's take care of this content part. Same manner, same procedure, but this time with a different content. We have a full paragraph over here. So all we need to do, and another thing, never ever provide any particular height if you are not forced to do so. Because if you provide a particular height to a table, you are actually confining that table into some particular height, and after that height, that table won't stretch down or come down or descend down, whatever you say, with the growing intention of the content. Nor I will be providing any particular height to this content also, as this content is much more, a lot more, and I do not know actually how much height it would have taken. And so the best thing is I leave it to the auto value, and I let it stretch down, descend down as far as it may descend down. So I am not providing any particular height over here. So again, what I am doing here, I am creating another table. This time I am providing another BG color over here. Come back to here. Press Ctrl C. Now change this BG color. Border 0, cell spacing 0, anything, and do not provide any particular height over here. Get back to your contents. Over here, all you need to do is to create a p tag first, as this is a paragraph, as I have told you previously. And now let's talk about the contents. You may copy it down from here, or you may go to google.com. You may type here dummy text generator. Open up the first page over here. You may set the total number of words into this particular thing. You may change the content, and from here all you need to do is to copy to clipboard, then come back to your project and press here as press it over. Now just mention the paragraph alignment over here. I have mentioned the alignment as justified. That is why if you now come back to your project and if you see over here, you will see that this thing is now getting justified, is being aligned into a justified manner, and you will love to see it. Everybody loves to see in a justified manner, because the whole spacing, whole things, those are now properly realigned, and these things are looking pretty to you.